जय श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी को नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे और कुंडलिनी चढ़ाकर बंधन लेंगे। लेट्स bow down at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji, raise Kundalini and take bandhan. महामंत्र श्री गणेश मंत्र। अभी हम बैलेंसिंग करेंगे। दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी के सामने रखेंगे, आंखें बंद। लेट्स डू बैलेंसिंग, both hands towards Shri Mataji. Let's close our eyes. सभी विचारों को, सभी चिंताओं को अगले कुछ क्षणों के लिए भूल जाना है। Let's try to neglect our thoughts and all our problems for next few minutes. बायां हाथ श्री माता जी की तरफ, दाहिना हाथ जमीन पर, लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड्स श्री माता जी, राइट हैंड ऑन मदर अर्थ। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपया हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी शुद्ध कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, प्लीज क्लेंस आवर लेफ्ट चैनल। दाहिना हाथ श्री माता जी की तरफ, बायां हाथ बाएं कान की तरफ, राइट हैंड टुवर्ड्स श्री माता जी, लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड्स द स्काई। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपया हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी शुद्ध कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, प्लीज क्लेंस आवर राइट चैनल। दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की तरफ, बोथ हैंड्स टुवर्ड्स श्री माता जी। चित्त सहस्त्रार पे रखेंगे। विल कीप अटेंशन ऑन सहस्त्रार। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपया हमारे चित्त में आइए। श्री माता जी, प्लीज कम इनटू आवर अटेंशन। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपया हमें निर्विचार स्थिति प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, please bless us with the state of thoughtless awareness. Let's open our eyes. आँख खोलेंगे, श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनेंगे. Listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
It's very easy to make fun of people for small things here and there. Anything making easy. आपल्या महाराष्ट्रात तर एक्सपर्ट आहेत लोक, सगळ्यांचीच थट्टा करायची. In Maharashtra, people are known for such a thing. How to make fun of everyone. But when we start making fun of others, we also become a target of fun. English also are like that, very much. Everyone, I should say, but English are quite special. To make fun of everyone. Of course, Sahaja yogis are now realizing everyone has their own style of dealing with things. Like, I would say, Americans are, they have no respect of themselves. No respect for themselves. I mean, they have no respect at all for themselves or anybody else's life or any, they have no respect of any kind. Indians are hypocritical, very hypocritical people. Like that, everybody has problem. Now you have become Sahaja yogis, you are no more English, Indians, Americans, nothing. You are Sahaja yogis, you belong to a great, very, very great organization of God. And Sahaja Yoga is the place where you have to learn in every way. For Indians have to learn how to be honest. And English have to learn how to love. Americans have to learn how to be self-respecting. All of us have to learn, give up what we had, our identifications, and have to become subtler and universal. And people of such values that anybody who sees will say that in America, Mother has created Abraham Lincolns. In Russia, Tolstoy's. In Maharashtra, Shivaji's. I'm too ambitious, I should say. But I see reality in you and reality in myself. On that basis, I say one has to create. People of that special quality, which they have sterling qualities, spiritual qualities, which are so subtle, so beautiful, so sweet, so understanding, and still just like steel, nobody can budge them from their own principles, tattvas. That is what it is, so simple as that. And then you start enjoying your love, enjoying your virtues, enjoying everything, and having compassion for others. then you don't catch. You catch because you don't have compassion. In compassion, you will never catch. Never. A mother never gets a disease from her child. She never gets a disease from her child. It's a fact. Child may be a tuberculosis patient or could be any patient, she never catches. Because she loves. In the same way, when you really love, you will never catch anything. Then what is the question of what is to clear, where to care, what to do? What does it matter? You are just flowing your heart. At this moment, my children, my Sahajogis are at that level that they can completely open their heart without any fear. It's a very different stage you have reached now. You are at a different stage. Just assume your powers. Know that you are that. Just open your heart. Like the other day, I saw somebody, he was caught up very badly from all the sides. You're not Sahajogi, somebody else. And I asked him, how did you manage to get so many booths into yourself? Every guru you name, he is there. I said, how did you manage? He said, I have a very open heart. Oh God, I said. I said, it's like an open window. In a dirty place, you get every smell, every mosquitoes and bugs walking into. So the fear of opening your heart to that extent comes from that experience. But now you are at such a stage that open your heart. There should be no fear. There will be no problem. Material problems are not difficult to be solved. Like somebody was taking my photograph, which was in a silver frame, and she was rather worried because the custom may stop her not taking. Of course, photograph they can't stop, but maybe the silver frame. And this gentleman told me that he was taking it with him, with a frame, silver frame, and he thought people will object. But as soon as they saw the photograph, they said namaskar to the photograph, forgot about the frame. So many problems can be solved. Material problems is so simple to be solved, so simple. It's the easiest to be solved. Physical problems also. I have known of some Sahajogis who have been in Sahaja Yoga 6-7 years, but still they are frightened about their body, their physical body, the troubles they have had, and this and that. If they can just leave that fear, they'll get out of it. It's such a vicious circle built in. And the same thing works out with our open heart surgery, as we call it. We are afraid that our heart will be again caught up into nonsensical things, so we don't want to open our heart. That fear I can understand, but now your surgery is finished. Ask all these people to get lost. All these fears, you should ask them to get lost. When you discover that you are the spirit, you are that powerful spirit, just try to study how it feels happy. It's very simple. When do you feel really happy is when you give something, not to Mataji only. To me you are, I know. If I take something from you, you feel very happy about it, I know. But to somebody else, give some love, comfort. What a great power this voice and this Vani has, that you can comfort others by saying good things. Can you imagine what a power God has given you? Without spending a single pie, you can comfort others only by saying good things. If you say a mantra, you will comfort them more in a subtler way. If you instill love of God within them, it is even greater. And the joy of that is so much because the spirit is joy. The more you open it out, the more light comes in, more it works out. So give up that fear which is placed within you in your experiences. Now this is a new experience of a new life where your energy comes from the spirit, which is love. In one word, it is love. And in three words, it is truth, it is attention, and it is joy. All put together, it is love. When you mix them up, it becomes love. And that is what you have. It's the great power of love. Through your attention, you love others. Even attention is sufficient. To be attentive, see, I needed a handkerchief. All right, that's true, I needed a handkerchief. I forgot. As usual, I forget all these things. Then they felt the need, mother needs just a handkerchief. They brought the handkerchief. It's a very simple action, But the attention is on me. With little things like handkerchief, you can comfort people. For a Sahaja Yogi, even to give a handkerchief itself is so vibrated, itself is. To win over other people is also this way. To be kind to them, to give them. But to give them realization is the highest thing. Now when you become subtler and subtler, you will see that you will not have sympathies with people who are afflicted, not sympathies. But you will have love for them. There's a big difference between sympathy and love. When you have sympathy, means what? You share pathos. Pathos, if you want to share pathos, share. Very good idea is to share pathos. But if you want to share joy, you'll not have sympathy, you'll have love. You want to share your joy of your spirit with the other person, so you may talk to that person in a way that may not look so much pleasing and falling at his feet. And you see, this is the work of politicians or business people, not yours. You are not seeking any business out of them. You want them to come to realization. So you have to say things which are wrong very firmly. With a real firm hand you have to say, this is absolutely wrong, absurd. You have to convince on that part. On that, if you go on saying like this, like that, it will never go into their heads because they are boots and you have to hit them hard. That is also love. So love is the strongest thing and the sweetest thing. It's such a beautiful combination. And the one who has the wisdom, that subtler wisdom, can only achieve it. Now again, the mind will work how to do it. So I think all of you should put this word how into the sea. There's another very good word in English language which you should use, why not? That's the way you can assure yourself, ascertain yourself, work it out that way into complete blessing of God. You have to just pass those blessings to others. That's all, nothing more is to be done. Just pass that light to others. For that, what you need is a man who has accepted love as his career. A man who worships love. A person who thinks love is above all. So today, to save the Surya from Grahana, we extend our love to him and ask him to create love in the hearts of people who worship him. Those who worship Surya must know that Christ resides in that center, who was nothing but love. All his life he loved, he sacrificed himself because he loved you so much that he wanted you all to get into the kingdom of God. He sacrificed himself at the altar of God's forbidden territories. He made it possible for you to go there by sucking your ego and super-ego. He is the messenger of love who was born on the Surya. So to do the greatest justice to Surya is to decide today that you will take up love as your worshipping, as your puja. May God bless you. Any questions? Yes.
What about the Australians, Mother? You said the Americans and the English.
They are rather safe people. But they have to be deeper. They still are under a shock. I would say that they think that they are away from the whole world, separated, and they have to get into deeper ways of life. They are loving people compared to other countries, no doubt, but one has to go deep down, deep down. You have to be very deep, very deep. You should know that Australia was once placed between Africa and India. I'm going to Perth, the African side, and then to Indian side, which is Sydney and all these places. But you must not be satisfied with all the Western culture you have imbibed, the Western things you have. You are not in the West, you are in the East. Because you are not on the West, if you try to follow them, it's just mimicry. It's very superficial. So, not the Sahajogis I am saying, but otherwise the people, Australians, are very superficial people. They drink much more than Scotland people drink. I mean, in every way, they are very, very too much, I would say. And that's how they are rough. So they have to get to the subtler side by developing deeper understanding into the aesthetics of life, into the, we can say, the beauties of life, the beauties of language. All right? This is how, if they go about, it would be a wonderful place. English are very developed that way. They have lots of beauties. understanding of beauty is this thing, that thing. But they have become sort of, see, they think they are the wisest of all. They're stupid. And they think they're the wisest, you see. Australians, on the whole, do not think they're the wisest. But they should know they can become the wisest. Because you live on superficial level, you see, you think that everything should be tackled on superficial level. That's not the point. You can be the wisest. As English could be, you could be, anybody could be. And as it is the Muladhara, you should be the first to become the wisest. Maybe that the message of Sahaja Yoga should start more from Australia. So go deep into yourself. Depth must be developed. They are still very fond of the sea and the sun. This they will do all their lives. There's no need to worry about anything like that. It's nothing important. The sea is within you, the sun is within you, the Atma is within you, everything is within you. Try to enjoy within. Give up the idea of going to the nature for it or anywhere. It's within yourself. It's all within. That is what I mean. That if you look at things superficially, you take it from other people. Now the craze of going out is finished in England. Practically, people don't move out that way. Or they don't go to the sea also to that extent. But still in Australia, we have to learn all that. Instead of learning the hard way, it's better to do it in a shorter way. It's to become deeper and deeper. Cut down your activities. Become deeper. Meditate more than going to the sea. Sea visits are a bit too much, I think. Also the sunbathing is also too much. It's all very superficial. They all have liver problems. You shouldn't go to the sun anymore. You should actually shut all your houses and sit down inside and meditate. What a problem we have of liver. So do not treat any question superficially. Because God has given you, basically you are made of wisdom. No? The whole soil has wisdom in it. But where is it? Do you find anywhere? In Australia? Very hard to find wise people, isn't it? Sahaja Yogis can't talk to any other Australians, poor things. The reason is you are following other people who are not all right. Follow yourself only. Go deep down. Is wisdom there? Lot of wisdom. Find out yourself. Because your wisdom will give wisdom to the whole world. It's all like that, you know. Everywhere upside down conditions. In Australia it should be wisdom personified. They are the most unwise people. They'll always support wrong type of people in their diplomacy. I mean, all sorts of unwise things they do. Why? Because they have not gone to their own depths of finding out that they are wisdom. Like Maharashtrians have got Kundalini, they are sleeping. They are busy with this movement of going to this temple. For one month they'll walk down to that temple and worship Sri Krishna there. They don't want to see. And to add up to it, they take lot of tobacco in different ways. You see, even they use what you call the manjan. Manjan ko kya kehte hain Angrezi mein? A kind of a powder made out of tobacco to rub their teeth. Can you believe it? I mean teeth, which is Sri Krishna's place. They rub it with this finger nicely and go to worship to the Sri Krishna there in the temple. Absurd people. They'll take a little bit of this tobacco, mix it up with, to make it stronger, mix it up with a kind of a chuna, what you call calcium carbonate, you see, kind of a thing. And put it here near these gums, which is also Sri Krishna, and go on singing for 1 month, not eat any food, do anything, and go there and get their heads broken by these horrible Brahmins there. And this is Kundalini's place. Just imagine. Same in Europe, which is the liver, which is the nabi, and they are the people who drink and eat. They consume more food than anybody else in the whole world can consume. You go to Spain, you are amazed. They can devour everyone. Then Americans, they also eat a lot. But Americans are, as I told you, they have no self-respect. No self-respect. They'll give you 5 rupees and tell you 100 times, we have given you 5 rupees, 5 rupees, 5 rupees. It's horrible. Those who do not have self-respect cannot respect another person. And they themselves can be parasitic, very parasitic, extremely parasitic people. There was a organization which wrote to Gavin. He was so angry with them that they said, Mother is such a rich lady, why shouldn't she pay for her travel to America and also pay for their halls? We'll give her food. So Gavin got very angry. I said, no, tell them also I'll pay for my food and yours also. And also get some nice presents for you. It's all right. And they asked me that I went to a church and they said, no, we have to give you some money after all. I said, why? They said, it's a custom to have collection. I said, no, please don't have. They had a collection, it was I think $3 and what is it, the dollar next to dollar? 2 cents. $3, 2 cents. They collected. I mean, no self-respect of any kind, no? They think whatever they do is all right, so ego-oriented, horrible. Always support wrong nations, always support wrong policies. Like they'll support Argentina, Chileans, who are horribly oppressive people. They have killed thousands and thousands of their civilians, simple people, and they are autocrats. All the Germans have reached there, and the Germans are teaching them the fascism. The fascism is going to grow in these countries and take over these so-called peanut people. But they will support them and not Cuba because it is communism. All right, communism is bad, democracy is good. What are you doing as Democrats? You are supporting autocrats. Always support wrong things. Made a mess in Vietnam, made a mess there, everywhere. They don't know how to witness things properly. But they had Abraham Lincoln. So for that you have to excuse the whole country. But you can't live with one Abraham Lincoln. These days Indians are horrible. I mean, you can kill somebody here and can pay some money and get out of it. This is what it is. The politicians put money when they want to have elections, so all wasters, all useless people are supported by business people here. The business people give money, the politicians fight elections, and the whole is under the control of few business people who are miserly, horrible, absolutely useless, self-indulgent people. And these politicians take over. They are wasters, briefless lawyers, wasters, useless people who have no brains, they become ministers. It's such a mess. Everything for money. Anybody who is intelligent cannot have much money, is a fact. It doesn't go hand in hand. A person who is a worshipper of Saraswati doesn't get so much Lakshmi. Always you'll find. You talk to a businessman, immediately you know something is little loose. That's true with Americans also. Little loose. And if you talk to an intellectual, you find something very tight. This is the problem. And because of this, the money-oriented people in this country are stupid people. So you have to play into the hands of stupid people. Now this is the country where the Yogeshwaras, great saints lived. They didn't care for all the styles and all that. What is the need for Indians to have all these styles? They should live well. They should be clean, neat. They should not be insipid because Lakshmi stays here. But the way they are becoming modern, you see, wearing nylons and having stainless steel in the house. For them, when I told them that I'm going to make huts for your ashram, they were a little bit recoiled. They are not going to have cements. I know Australians hate cement. They are not going to have cement. That's one thing I'm sure of. We can have stones, but no cements. See, our ashram is going to be an ideal for everyone. It cannot be like any other. So don't try to give me examples of other ashrams. I'm not going to take any hints from anyone. We are going to live in beautiful huts, very comfortably, under the protection of Mother's love. So any other question from Australians? I had to drag in everybody because I don't want anybody to feel hurt. Never scold one person. Scold at least 10, then it's all right. I'm not going to say anything to him. Now what is it? What is the other question? Hey, Vichara.
जय श्री माता जी। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज के ध्यान के लिए हम आपके अनंत आभारी हैं। थैंक यू श्री माता जी फॉर टुडेज मेडिटेशन। Let's bow down at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji, raise Kundalini and take बंधन। श्री माता जी को नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे, कुंडलिनी चढ़ाकर बंधन लेंगे।